Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for January 13, 2023. Yes, it's the Friday the 13th issue. So I have no lead story today, but we begin with a story from Reuters, which says the IMF has said on Tuesday that corruption inflated the cost of numerous high-profile tenders and construction projects in Zambia. The IMF said, quote, enormous financial resources invested in infrastructure projects such as road construction provided avenues for corruption, especially in the award of tenders where political connections allowed members of the elite to bend the rules and access lucrative contracts. The increased cost is estimated to be in the billions. Next up, the U.S. Sentencing Commission has proposed curtailing the ability of judges to impose longer sentences on criminal defendants based upon the conduct for which they were acquitted at trial, a practice that the current U.S. Supreme Court is addressing. The Sentencing Commission voted unanimously to publish for public comment a proposed amendment to the federal sentencing guidelines relied upon judges nationally that would limit them from considering a defendant's acquitted conduct a key action towards this is a key action towards adopting this standard. Next up, from the Financial Times, Sullivan Cromwell is facing increased scrutiny for their role in the FTX bankruptcy, as SBF and another top executive have said Sullivan understated the scale of its work for the exchange before the collapse. Sullivan was appointed as counsel. Appointment to counsel as counsel to FTX has been challenged by a creditor to the cryptocurrency exchange in question by 4 U.S. senators who argue its close links to FTX before the collapse mean it cannot impartially investigate the company's demise. Sullivan denied it served as primary counsel to FTX or any FTX entity and had limited relationship with FTX. So we'll have to see about that. And our final story today comes to us from the Wall Street Journal, which reports that lawyers expect more AML whistleblowers thanks to new legislation. The Treasury Department's anti-money laundering whistleblower program, which was established in 2021 but has been viewed as lacking teeth, got a shakeup in the recent omnibus spending bill that lawyers predict will result in more whistleblower cases. The program has been expanded to accept tips on sanction evasion violations, and whistleblowers reporting possible violations of money laundering and sanctions are protected from retaliation. The minimum amount of the award plus delays in establishing systems were key reasons why many lawyers were reluctant to take whistleblower cases over the past couple of years. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.